In 2025, the world is watching as Ethiopia completes a transformation that's been years in the making. This isn't just about building bigger, it's about building a new future. A wave of massive megaprojects, from continent-shifting dams to enormous trade hubs, is set to come online. This is a story of ambition, of a nation on the move, reshaping its destiny one project at a time. Skyscrapers are climbing, highways are stretching across vast landscapes, and giant power plants are humming with energy. These projects aren't just concrete and steel. They represent jobs, trade, and a better quality of life for millions of Ethiopians. In this video, we're counting down the most critical Ethiopian megaprojects that are either finishing up or hitting major milestones in 2025. Projects that will redefine the country's economy and its influence on the world stage. So, let's get into it. Number 5. The Dawa Free Trade Zone. Starting our countdown at number 5 is a project that's already changing the rules of trade in the Horn of Africa. The Dawa Free Trade Zone. Being a landlocked powerhouse has always presented a huge economic challenge for Ethiopia. Over 95% of its trade has traditionally funneled through a single foreign port, which creates logistical headaches and drives up costs. The country needed a new gateway to the world, a hub designed to slash transit times, pull in global investment, and fire up its industrial goals. The solution is the Dawa Free Trade Zone, which went into full operation in late 2024 and is really hitting its stride in 2025. This isn't just another industrial park, it's Ethiopia's first multi-purpose special economic zone. Think of it as a huge, walled-in, duty-free area with the best warehousing, storage, and distribution facilities you can find. It's strategically placed with access to the Ethio-Djibouti Railway, a dry port, and an international airport. A true infrastructural triple threat. The project began on an initial 150 hectares, but the vision is much bigger, with plans to expand to a staggering 4,000 hectares. The zone is a key part of the government's sweeping economic reforms, aimed at boosting competitiveness and energizing the private sector. And the impact is already becoming clear. In just the first 6 months of the 2024-25 fiscal year, Ethiopia's special economic zones, including Dawa, attracted nearly $600 million in investment. Companies from China, Russia, Vietnam, and Ethiopia itself are setting up operations, focusing on everything from pharmaceuticals to electric vehicle assembly. This zone is a complete game changer for Ethiopia's economy. It aims to lower inflation, create a massive number of jobs, and seriously ramp up foreign direct investment. By creating a smooth, efficient environment for trade and transport, Dawa is helping position Ethiopia not just as a regional leader, but as the future industrial hub of Africa. Number 4. Addis Ababa Light Rail Rehabilitation. Next up, at number 4, we head to the heart of the nation's bustling capital for a project focused on urban renewal, the Addis Ababa Light Rail Rehabilitation and Expansion. Addis Ababa is one of Africa's fastest-growing capitals, and with that growth comes a major problem: soul-crushing traffic. Millions of hours and a fortune in resources are lost to gridlock every year, turning daily commutes into a nightmare and slowing down the city's economic pulse. The Addis Ababa Light Rail, the first of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa, was a revolutionary start. But after years of underinvestment, it was struggling to keep up, and many of its trains were just sitting idle. The problem was simple. The city's transit lifeline was running at a fraction of its real capacity. The solution? A massive top-down push in 2025 to overhaul the entire system. This isn't just routine maintenance, it's a full-on revival. The Ethiopian government brought back the original contractor, China Railway Air-Yuan Engineering Group, to spearhead a complete revamp of the $475 million network. The results are already starting to show. By the end of the 2025 Ethiopian fiscal year, the number of working trains jumped from only 13 to 19, with a goal of having 25 running by 2026. This was achieved through a determined local effort to build up maintenance skills and manage technical resources better. As a result, annual passenger numbers are climbing, rising from 13 million in 2024 to 16.5 million by the end of 2025. Daily ridership is now around 60,000 people, But as more trains come online, that number is expected to explode. The impact is huge. For commuters, it means faster, cheaper, and more reliable trips, with some journeys being cut from over an hour to just 10 minutes. For the city, it means less traffic, cleaner air, and a more efficient urban economy. This project shows a renewed focus on improving life for millions of residents and making sure Addis Ababa's infrastructure can keep up with its relentless growth. Number 3. The Awash-Weldia Railway. For our third megaproject, we're looking at the steel arteries connecting Ethiopia's industrial heartland to the sea. The Awash-Weldia Railway, a true feat of engineering. The biggest obstacle has always been the terrain. Ethiopia's northern economic zones are agricultural and industrial powerhouses, but they're separated from the vital port of Djibouti by rugged, difficult landscapes. Moving goods by road has always been slow, expensive, and inefficient, creating a bottleneck that held back the country's incredible export potential. The answer is this massive 392-kilometer electrified railway. This project is a critical northern extension of the national railway network, linking the central hub of Awash with the northern towns of Koysha and Weldia. Construction on this giant started back in 2015 with a staggering price tag of $1.7 billion. Financed with help from Turk Exim Bank and built by the Turkish firm Yapı Merkezi. The sheer scale of this build is hard to wrap your head around. The route cuts through some of Ethiopia's most challenging territory, requiring 12 tunnels stretching over 10 kilometers and 52 major bridges. After some delays, the Ethiopian government renewed its push, and in 2025, efforts to finish the final sections of this vital corridor are in full swing. Once it's fully up and running, this railway will be a game changer. It's designed for trains moving at 120 kilometers per hour, which will slash travel times and transport costs. It's expected to serve nearly 2 million passengers and move over 15 million tons of freight every year. But its real impact is strategic. The Awash-Weldia line is the missing link. It will connect to the main Addis Ababa-Djibouti railway, creating a seamless logistics corridor from the industrial north all the way to the global market. It will tie Ethiopia's eastern and northern economic zones together, boosting trade and making Ethiopian exports more competitive. This isn't just a railway, it's a pipeline for economic transformation. Number 2, the Koysha hydropower dam. Coming in at number 2 is a project that perfectly illustrates Ethiopia's massive ambition to become the undisputed energy powerhouse of Africa, the Koysha hydropower dam. While the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam often dominates headlines, Ethiopia's energy strategy requires more than a single mega project. With one of Africa's fastest-growing economies, the nation faces the dual challenge of meeting increasing energy demand and supporting its rapid industrialization. Modern electric railways, large-scale industrial parks, and the homes of over 126 million people all depend on a stable and reliable electricity supply. To meet this demand sustainably, Ethiopia is determined to harness its enormous hydropower potential, estimated at 45,000 megawatts, and Koysha is a critical component of this long-term energy vision. Situated on the Omo River in southwestern Ethiopia, the Koysha Dam is a colossal engineering feat, reflecting both ambition and technical expertise. With a total investment of 2.5 billion euros, approximately 2.7 billion US dollars, the dam is designed to stand 201 meters tall and stretch over a kilometer in length. Its construction will create a vast artificial lake covering 200 square kilometers, reshaping the local landscape and ecosystems while ensuring long-term energy security for the nation. As of mid-2025, the project is over 71% complete, with meticulous planning and coordinated efforts in place to ensure it reaches full operational status by the end of the year. Once operational, Koysha will become Ethiopia's second-largest hydroelectric power facility. Its 6 advanced turbines are projected to generate 1,800 megawatts of electricity, producing an impressive 6,460 gigawatt-hours annually. This substantial boost to the national grid is essential to Ethiopia's broader plan to more than double its energy generation capacity to 13,000 megawatts by 2028. By providing clean and reliable energy, Koysha will not only power homes and businesses, but also attract domestic and foreign investment, support industrial expansion, and accelerate economic development across the country. Beyond electricity generation, the Koysha project promises far-reaching socio-economic benefits. Thousands of jobs have been created during both construction and operational phases, providing income and skill development for local communities. New irrigation systems supported by the dam will enhance agricultural productivity, while the expansive reservoir will create opportunities for fishing industries, improving both food security and livelihoods. Additionally, the picturesque lake and surrounding landscapes are expected to boost tourism, fostering sustainable regional development. Koysha stands as a powerful symbol of Ethiopia's drive toward modernity, energy independence, and long-term sustainable growth, promising benefits that will endure for generations. Number 1. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD. And now, at number 1, we've arrived at the project that has captured the attention of the world. It is not just a construction site. It is the crown jewel of Ethiopia's ambitious development agenda, a symbol of national pride and the single largest infrastructure project on the African continent. This is the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, widely known as the GERD. Its scale and significance make it a project unlike any other in modern African history. For over a century, Ethiopia's greatest natural resource, the powerful Blue Nile, flowed out of the country largely untapped. This mighty river represented enormous potential, yet for decades it remained an unrealized source of wealth and progress. The country grappled with deep-seated energy poverty, which held back industrial growth, limited access to electricity for millions, and slowed the nation's dream of economic independence. The solution demanded ambition, a hydroelectric project so monumental that it could redefine Ethiopia's future and reshape its position on the African stage. Launched in 2011, the GERD is a megaproject on a scale that is difficult to truly comprehend. Rising 145 meters high and stretching 1.8 kilometers across the Blue Nile, the dam will hold a reservoir capable of storing a staggering 74 billion cubic meters of water. But what makes this achievement even more remarkable is how it was funded. Unlike many large-scale projects that depend heavily on foreign loans, the GERD's $5 billion construction cost has been largely financed through government bonds and contributions from ordinary Ethiopians. This unique approach not only strengthened national unity, but also created a shared sense of ownership and pride among the population. After years of meticulous engineering, construction, and complex regional diplomacy, 2025 marks the final stage of the dam's completion, with the official inauguration planned for September. Once fully operational, the dam's turbines will produce over 5,150 megawatts of electricity, effectively more than doubling Ethiopia's current power production. This energy will reach the 45% of the population still living without electricity, and will enable Ethiopia to become a significant energy exporter across East Africa, supplying neighboring nations with much-needed power. The GERD is more than just a dam. It is the cornerstone of Ethiopia's Vision 2030. The electricity it generates will power industrial parks, run electric railways, and illuminate millions of homes, providing the infrastructure needed for sustained economic growth. Beyond its practical benefits, the GERD represents a new era of Ethiopian self-reliance, a shift in regional influence, and the realization of a national dream that has persisted for decades. It is, without a doubt, the most transformative project in Ethiopia's modern history. From continent-spanning railways and city-shaping transit systems to game-changing trade zones and the largest dam in Africa, 2025 is truly a landmark year for Ethiopia. These megaprojects are more than just impressive engineering achievements. They are the physical proof of a nation's ambition. They are the building blocks of a diversified, industrialized, and prosperous future, cementing Ethiopia's role as a leader in East Africa and a rising power on the world stage. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments which of these megaprojects you found most impressive. And if you enjoyed this look into the future of African development, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another story of transformation. Thanks for watching.